Today, more than 3 million of these forced displaced people are living in the camps for more than 5 years now, and they are not able to go back to their homes because there is no security, and because the land that has been depopulated is taken by the Arab Janjaweed militias coming from outside even from our country, from Chad, Mali, Niger, and even Mauritania. More than 500,000 people have been killed through aerial bombardment and ground attacks by government soldiers and Janjaweed Arab militias. Extrajudicial killings happen and still happening up to this moment. Women and girls of every age have been targeted and sexually abused. We documented in our center cases of young girls as young as 4 years old that have been sexually targeted. More than 2,000 villages have been destroyed. And now, despite these horrible crimes, none of the perpetrators have been brought to justice. All of the perpetrators are still beyond the reach of our domestic justice. And now even the 2 suspects who have been identified by the International Criminal Court prosecutor are still beyond the reach of justice. And the government of Sudan is persistently refusing to handle them over in defiance to the international community's political will. We have more than a dozen of UN Security Council resolutions, all of them adopted under Chapter 7 of the UN Charter. But unfortunately, none of them is being sufficiently implemented. Today, the plight of the survivors in the camps even is more greater. You might have heard about the Kalma camp attacks on the 25th of last August, when more than 50 people were killed when they were inside the camp, considering that they were in a safer place because the attack was under the watch of the UNAMID forces, that is the UN African Union forces. They were not able to protect and save lives. The question you might have in your mind is, why is this happening in Darfur after Rwanda? It is simply because there is incitement, government incitement, because there is hatred. It is racial. You go to the camps, all the population of the camps are from the African ethnicities. None of them is from other ethnicities, the oppressors, the Arab militias. This started when this current government took power through a military coup in 1989. And it started to maintain that Sudan is an Arab Islamic country, denying us our identity and trying to impose on us identity which is not ours. Yes, people of Darfur are Muslims, but they are not fanatics. This is the difference. When people said, yes, in Darfur we have been long time marginalized, this time will not accept the imposing of new identity on us. And this is why young people from the villages and communities started to challenge the government. This is when the rebel groups started to organize themselves. And then the retaliation from the side of the government was amazingly huge. It started to use anti-tank aircraft and helicopter gunships from China and Russia, killing our people. Now, situation is just simple like this. For me, it has been genocide, and it is genocide for a long time. Here in the United States of America, it has been identified and defined by the administration as genocide long time ago now. And then, always victims in the camps listen to tough words from outside, from Europe, from America, from Canada. And we are confused because we don't see acts. It's a long time since people said, never again to Holocaust, never again to Rwanda, or not on our watch. But it's again Rwanda today. It's Holocaust. And it's happening on our watch. And we have just feeling comfortable because you people sent money to keep us alive. This is good, but it's not sufficient. We want protection. We want to go back home. We cannot live there forever, for indefinite. It's not good. If you keep us there, you are establishing ethnic cleansing. You have to ask your consciousness, is it acceptable now that after 5 years, people live there and there are a lot of UN Security Council resolutions about the deployment of forces. The purpose is only to protect lives and to allow us to go back. And nobody is sending a single helicopter to stop the aerial bombardment from the government helicopter gunships.